All right, folks, we're back with part two of raising the roof. Minuteman, he's been doing some bracing and strengthening of the frame that will eventually make the structure and roof for this two-post lift. As always, I'll just let him catch us up where he left off.
All right, good evening. Sort of bring you back here a little bit, here YouTubers, and our little cover we're building over the two-post lift. We've started putting some bracing in. We're doing these 6 foot up from the floor, from the bottom of the concrete there. We're coming 6 foot up, and we're putting these up. And here we've got 2 of them up on this side. We got this last one here, but we come to find out we're a little bit out of square. When I put these plates down on the bottom here, I put them the same length, but I had measured off the wall back here to back. I think it was about 8 inches or 8.5. And apparently, there at my paint booth, it's not square. So he's throwed this end off on this end down here. We thought maybe that it might have been because the concrete forms wouldn't set up square from this point to this point. So we come to find out we're 4.5 inches this way too far. This particular brace here is going to be 91.25 inches long, and this one over here was 86. I'll have to get my paperwork and check it out. The one we put in here was 86 inches something. I don't know, 86.25 or something. But anyway, we come to find out we're out of square. So we had first found this one right here where you see that post sticking up, the small one. We welded another post on because we were too narrow here. We had to open it up some. And anyway, now I got thinking these bottom plates may have been from a different building, but anyway, I had to piece it right here to get my length. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this loose, I think, right here, or either put another spacer here somewhere in it. I'm going to cut it loose and take it loose on this anchor bolt, and I'm going to move this thing forward, or move it back 4.5 inches. So this truss here going up on the top, you can see up there. If you look at it, if you get off to the side, you can look and see it's out of line. So we're gonna move this one back. Probably what had happened was when we set this form up, we probably didn't get it squared up good enough, and it throwed us off. So we're 253 inches from that corner inside to this corner, and over on this side we're 200 from that corner over there. We're 257.5 inches. So subtract that 53 from that, that gives you 4.5 inches out of square. So to keep all these uprights with our trusses, once we go to putting our 2x4 lath on, it'll keep them sort of even. That's what we're going to try to do. We want it to be even. So we're going to take and move that one side in, and we're actually going to be off a little bit up here on the front. I think what had happened was here on this, between this one and this one, we were like 3 inches difference between it and this first two over here. So I got to noticing then. I said, well, let me do some measuring. And I done some measuring and had to redo that one post back there. But I was just going to the slab and anchoring everything down and trying to set the building up. But if you don't get everything plumb and square, it's aggravating, you know, to try to build anything. So, but anyway, we still got to level the top. We're going to string it once we get all the bracing in. We're going to try to put another set of bracing in above this. It's going to be up right in under, right at the bottom where our trusses went on right there. We're going to put some braces. I don't know. We may do some X bracing instead of straight across. These straight ones we've got up there now probably are going to be, they're going to be enough for bracing in it to keep my distance between my uprights. So we may just do some X bracing and make this thing real rigid. Because once I get up yonder on the top, putting them 2x4 lath on, you know, I want that thing to be good and sturdy, you know, especially putting that metal on. Because it's like, to the peak, it's like 16, 17 feet probably. I hadn't actually measured it down, but I need to get my tape measure and check that and see about how much it is. And we'd sort of know if I could get a tape measure to go up that high without it falling. Well, I hooked the center. We're going to see how much it is from the center. That's about 4 inches under that. So we somewhere around 14.5 foot part wire. So 14 foot, 6 inches. That's a pretty good ways off the ground. So, you know, old Minute Man fall from that distance up there, I'd be like old Humpty Dumpty. I couldn't be put back together. So I want it to be good and rigid. And so we're gonna do some good bracing on it. Because we still got another long piece here, 15 foot, and then we got 2 more up there out of that one. We're cleaning all this mess up and trying to get rid of it. We got it several years ago with plans that we could use it for making trusses out of, or walls, or whatever, you know, to build something. So hey, this come along to put this cover over this 2-post lift that my grandson bought. So anyway, we're going to keep moving. I'm going to work on it tomorrow, good Lord's will. And y'all stay with me, and I'll bring you back tomorrow and show you what we come up with. I'm going to shorten this down over here 4.5 inches and bring it in. And so my braces and all will be the same. Trying to keep them all even. So once I go to putting the metal on the side, you know, I won't have to be worried about it being one side longer than the other. So, but anyway, stay with us, and I'll bring you back tomorrow and give you a little more details on it, which way we're going with it. We appreciate it. Hey, if you just now joining the channel, hey, the old J Backwoods Shop. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and hit that like button. Hey, and leave us a comment. Let us know. We ain't what you say carpenters, but we can get by, you know. But we're trying to get us a cover over this over these 2-post lifts, because Manuel said they're not outside to be outside. They need to be in the dry. So we're going to try to protect all of our investment there. So we're going to put it in the dry. But anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with it, Lord's will, and fill you in a little bit more. Appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you later. Y'all have a good night. All right, good morning, YouTubers. We're back at this bracing again on this cover to go over the 2-post lift. We're fixing the working on our last one on the east side. and we're gonna fill you in here. Stay tuned with us here. All right, we got that welded in. We got just a little bit more. We're gonna weld on the back of it, but I'm gonna show you out in front here. We got them at 6 foot from the bottom of that base. They 6 feet up. We're gonna put us another brace 10 feet up all the way across to this side, and we're gonna tie them together because we don't need that much room getting in onto the 2-post lift. We just need plenty of room once we raise the vehicle up. So I'm gonna tie me another brace across. It's gonna be a little over 10 foot wide. Anyway, we're gonna put that in, and that's gonna make it more rigid. It's gonna tie it together. And as you can see, if you look down the posts look pretty straight on each side, and they're plumb up and down. So once we get all this tied together, then we're gonna go back and we're gonna take the trusses, and we got a screw in each one of them. We're gonna level them, get them level before we actually start putting the lath on it. We're gonna put 2x4 lath across it. Screw them in with anchor screws, wood screws. Then that's where we'll put the metal. We're gonna do the top, and then later on down we'll do the sides. But stay with us, and we'll fill you back in here in a little bit once we get our piece cut to go across the front there and get it all squared away. We'll get you back and show you what we're going to do. Alrighty, YouTubers, we back here on the little cover over the 2-post lift. We've got this one here, this last one put up here, the brace. And then we put this one over the top of the door where you come in. We had it set up on 9 foot, but we wasn't for sure, because some of them long trucks, we didn't have enough of shed to cover the whole thing. So we should have poured this cement out here about 2 more foot further out, what we should have done. But at the time, we thought it was going to be long enough. But once you get a long wheelbase, extended cab truck on here, the back bumper sticks on the outside, about right in there. And so that made us have to put this rail that you see right there. We had to put that rail up 10 foot. That would give us enough, the 10 foot, to be able to get the truck up high enough where you could walk under. So, to keeping the bed from hitting. So, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. Well, what we're doing now is we're putting bracing on. And once we get all the bracing on, then we're going to start putting our 2x4 lath on the top. But before that, we'll have to level that top. It may be a little bit off because the slab, when we poured that slab, we poured it on the same level as what we already had. And it was actually about 1 inch fall on the lower end down here. So we didn't take in consideration for that. So we had to build this post up, put spacers on the hit to get it level. So this throwed us off on our cover too. So, but anyway, we've got it all up. I would love to put one more truss up right here between this long strand. I got enough to build one more, but I don't have any uprights. But the way I'm putting them braces in, I can take it right up there to center. I could just tie it into some of my bracing and put it in. It just, I don't know, it just would look better. But once you get the 2x4s run, I'm gonna see how long or two before I can get. If I can get some long ones where I don't have to worry about piecing them, I'm just gonna run them the full length and have my hangover. I'm gonna put like 3 runs up it on each side. That'd be 6 runs. And of course, you know, lumber ain't cheap. It's expensive, but we're gonna for one deal thing. We're gonna get this right first time. Get our metal on it, get us dried in, and then once we get that top dried in, we can take our time on putting the sides on. But anyway, it's looking more like a building now. It was just looking like just a bunch of stuff thrown up, posts and all, but it's all metal. I was telling the boy today, I said, one thing about it, you don't have to worry about termites. They can't eat these metal poles, so and it's all galvanized, which I hate welding galvanized, welding to galvanized. It's hard to do it, and I've done burnt myself all up, even though I'm wearing sleeves now, but it's still burning through them. But it's hard welding. You know, we got all kind of welding. We got overhead welding, we got vertical up welding, we got horizontal welding, and it sort of tests all your skills out. If you've never welded before, you know, it's gonna be a challenge. So, but anyway, some of this old rusty metal don't weld good, and we didn't try to grind it and clean it up. We just welded it like it was, and tried to get it the best we could. But anyway, today's Saturday afternoon, and it's about 3 o'clock, a little after 3. We're gonna call it a day, and it's sort of been warm out here today. But I appreciate y'all coming back with us and filling you in here. Y'all have a blessed weekend. See right there, with the camera, we got it sort of beat out. So once we put the weld in there, we can get more weld. See, you can see that the 9 made it better where I could see. So I didn't get out of line on that one, so it turned out a little better. So turned out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little weld on the inside. All right, we got this whole piece. It's all together. I don't really know for sure. I hadn't measured it to see what the overall length of it is. I'll measure it here in a little bit, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to get it up 10 foot in the air and get it clamped down. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring y'all back in a little bit once we get it clamped up, and we'll give you a little more footage us welding it to them posts up there. So all that's going to have to be done off the ladder. But anyway, y'all stay with us. I'll bring you back here just in a few minutes and let you see let you see it up there. Good Lord's will if I can get it up there. Alright, we'll bring you back here. I've got the beam up there. It took about an hour and a half to get it up there, but we put us a roller and a rope, pull one side at a time up. Still got the roller setting up here on the top up there. Pull one side up and then clamped it down and then pull the other side up. Finally worked it into place. Got it sitting on top of that brace going all the way across. So we're close to being ready to weld it in. But it's a slow go, and it's bad hot today here in Alabama too. Oh, humidity's up bad high, and sure does make it rough. So, and then too, we just been taking our time because we're trying to have the safety first. Because I'm telling you, that thing's heavy. That beam weighs about, I'm gonna say about 75, 80 pounds, at least. That's a 3-inch channel. So we're gonna try to get another one on this side, Lord's will, tomorrow. We didn't get a whole lot done today. It's just been so hot, but we work a little while and then cool a while. So been drinking plenty of water. We've about done polished off 6 or 8 bottles of water today. So anyway, had a friend come by and we sat around and talked a little bit. But he said he hated to hinder me. I told him I didn't mind him hindering me, hot as it was today. So it didn't matter to me. But we got our ladders set up, and I'm gonna try to get up there and weld this side here, and then over on that side. Then I'll have to move the welder over to the back side to do the others. So it's just going, and I really don't know on that last one what we're going to have to do to get the hit. We may have to put the welder in the back of the truck and back it up here to have it high enough to reach. Because I've only got like a 8-foot stinger liner and all on this thing. I need a 10 or 12 foot on it. I need to see about purchasing me one. It sure make it a lot easier. Wouldn't have to move the welder around as much. But anyway, we're gonna try to ease up on there and weld these two sides. We'll see if we can get them. Y'all stay with us here. Well, some of that footage you couldn't catch me on that second one over there. I was already up there. So I went ahead and I welded that side there while I was there. So I got the other two to weld. It's going to take a while to move this platform around to get this one, but I don't think I'm going to be able to reach this one. I think I'm going to have to, may have to take my roller and rope and pull my welder up and tie it off to be able to get to that one. So anyway, but appreciate y'all sticking with us here and seeing what's going on. Hopefully we can get this other side on tomorrow if the weather permits us, Lord's willing, and then we can start putting some 2x4 layout on the top to get ready for the metal. So, but anyway, it's only rained one time on us, I think, since maybe twice on the lift. So we're keeping it covered up, the motor and everything. But Anyway, we'll be back weekends tomorrow. Y'all hit that like button and leave us a comment below. I know a lot of this stuff, I'm hanging off this stuff. It's not, it wouldn't be OSHA approved, but anyway, this is J Backwoods Shop. We're having to do it the best way we can. We just ain't got the proper equipment, I don't guess, that people puts up buildings, but hey, we're trying to do this all by ourselves right now. My son, he helps me along whenever I run into some bad stuff. But I try to do the best I can with what I can do. So we'll bring you back tomorrow, Lord's will, and give you a little bit more footage on this other side. Anyway, y'all have a blessed night. All right, we're going to try to get a little more footage here before we quit. We moved our platform around. We're going to go ahead and weld this side and this side. Get them completed, so. Well, we got that side welded. Now we're going to try to do this side. This old metal is really bad rusty. It just don't weld like I want it to. I could clean it probably. Well, you can see I'm getting a pretty good weld on it though. Doing the vertical welding. I can get in here without dropping y'all. Well, you can sort of see it's not the prettiest weld in the world, but it's sticking though. That galvanized welding to that steel, you have to throw a lot more heat on your steel. And that galvanized will go to popping and snapping with you. And it'll just blow all over you. And this is top pieces where I'm welding here. And I'm trying to get as much weld as I can on the sides right there, you can see. And then we're welding on the inside of them braces. So what we're going to do on these braces here, we're going to put a 2x4 on the outside of these, and we're going to screw into that with some lag bolts, and that's where we're going to fasten our metal to the sides. We got a lot done, and you know, just by myself. But anyway, we get this other side on tomorrow, Lord's will. We'll go to looking at trying to get up some lumber to start putting a lath on. Good morning, YouTubers. We're back at it on the cover for the 2-post lift this morning. We've got us up 2 pieces set up here. We're gonna put them together down here on the ground. We're fixing to do a little welding here. Thought we'd bring you back here for a little bit, fill you in on this last brace on this other side. So y'all hang in there with us. We ain't got a whole lot of battery life, but maybe we'll get enough of filming in here. But anyway, before we have to recharge. Put us a little plate of metal right here to tie these two together, sort of hold them into place. I got us a tie down strap, sort of keep it pulled straight. Sort of wanting to bow a little bit some of these channel deads, so we're going to have to try to pull them back straight till we weld them. Pull it a little bit more. We're going to finish welding this little spot right here where we started since we took our plate of metal out there where we had it connected. We're going to weld it on up, and then we're going to move it down the other one. "17 foot 3 inches. That's a pretty long little strand of that channel. Pretty heavy. I've not weighed it, but I figure it weighs 75, 80 pounds, that one piece, and it may weigh more than that. I know the first time I tried to pull the one up on the other side, I broke the first rope trying to pull it up. So, of course, the rope could have been old, but I had to get a new piece of rope. But I finally got it pulled up, though. This stuff on the back side, I know no one can see what I'm welding on. Sit down here and let this fan blow on a little bit. I switched over to wire welders when I went to work at Arvin in 1970. I was on the production line, wire welding on the assembly line, and of course we had to weld very fast, and we had to turn the machines up wide open and wire feed up wide open, and to be able to keep up on them lines. And that's the way I learned how to weld. And it was years that I welded like that, 20-something years. And I finally got a job in Tuscaloosa, down at a machine shop down there, and an old buddy of mine worked there. And I started out welding on some stuff over on some gates and stuff, and I turned my machine wide open. Boy, I was burning them up over there. And he come over and asked me what I was doing. I told him I said, I'm welding up these gates. He said, we don't weld like that down here. He said, we make sure all of our welds looks real good. And he said, I know you come from a plant where you run like that, but we slow all of our machines down. So I started slowing them down and putting real nice welds and stuff on them. And over the years I've just always done that now, and I don't get in no hurry. I try to take my time welding, try to make it look. It don't matter what it is that you're working on. If you're welding on a metal fence post or something, you want to make it look as good as you can. And I'm not the best welder in the world. I think the best welder in the world, y'all gonna see him actually on some video that I always knew. He welded on some high-tech stuff in his days, and but anyway, I ain't even in the class with him, but he taught me that I need to make my welds look good, didn't matter what I was welding on, and so that's what I started doing. You can look at some I ain't the best welder in the world, and don't claim to be. I mean, I can put it together, and I can make it hold. You know, just hope you can see the wheel. But I started taking pride in what I was doing, you know, and actually too, what'll happen is that'll go from that to everything else, whatever you're doing. If you're doing paint and body work, or if you're doing mechanic work, you take pride in it. You work on it like you're working on your own stuff. When you get done with it, you feel good, and you won't be scared for somebody to say, tell them who done that job, you know. You don't want to get to the point where you work on stuff and you say, well, I appreciate it, you not say nothing to nobody who done this, but I like to be proud of what I do, and my son, he's the same way. He wants to do good work, and that's what he's doing. He does good work when he works on stuff. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna take this rail down and we're gonna get the length on it. It's getting hot, but we're gonna try to get this rail up and this one installed today. Y'all stay with us here. My old battery's getting weak. I'm fixing to have to start charging it. But anyway, I'll bring you back here in a little bit once we get set up, ready to weld all this stuff. But I appreciate y'all sticking with us and watching here. Y'all have a blessed day. Alrighty, good evening, YouTuber. Ones that's watching this afternoon. We went ahead and we got that beam pulled up there, and we got it welded in. We was going to get some footage of this, but camera died on us and we had to plug it up. And but anyway, we've got it all welded in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start bracing. We're going to start doing some X bracing, or some, may not X brace it, but we're going to start bracing from like from this corner up to this corner here. We're going to put a few braces in and sort of stiffen it up, and and then we got to on our trusses, we need to tie them together. We need to run us one piece. I'm looking at run us one piece through the center up there, and get all our trusses standing up straight. Some of them sort of leaning a little bit before we start putting our 2x4 lath on. So we're going to figure out something to do. I've got some tubing, some 1 3/4 round tubing. I'm thinking about running some of that through there and weld it together. That might stiffen it up and straighten them up too. So, but we're gonna try to get some 2x4s to do the lath, and some wood screws to screw them in. If you can see from the bottom where them holes is at, we're gonna run some wood screws with some washers on them to screw into the wood. So that right there will hold them on. So if we'd have turned them all right, there were some of them small holes downhill. Would have been better, but we didn't. But anyway, that's what our plans are. All right, good morning, YouTube. Hey, we still working on a little cover here. It's a Monday morning. It's supposed to be bad hot by Wednesday, but we're gonna do a little bit this morning. We went and got us some 2x4, 10-foot long pieces. We're gonna put some lath on top, and we just got our scaffold set up here. And anyway, we fixing to work on this for a little bit here. So, but anyway, I just wanted to bring you in here. I'm gonna try to get us get our drill and everything and try to get everything set up. But what we're going to try to do is we probably won't be real close on our footage right now, but we're going to put an angle on it like that there. We're going to try to get our drill set up and try to get some of these 2x4s screwed in. I got us some lag bolts, I guess that's what you call them. I went by and picked us up some at our local co-op here. And They're 1.5 inches long. They're 5/16, and we got some 5/16 washers to go on them. We're going to do us a counter drill up through the bottom. We're going to try to, and then we're going to put these in with our little old DeWalt. So we're going to give it a shot and see if it'll work anyways. We forgot our tape measure. We got to have that.
Well, I pulled up in the yard and I see him, that him being the Minute Man up there in the air. And I tell you what, he don't care what time the day is. He don't care what time or how hot it is. If I can get it out, he's gonna work. You're not gonna let your shirt touch your back, are you?
Yeah, when it gets hot, I'm going to quit.
When it gets hot, he's gonna quit. Well, you might as well come on down, because it's hot right now. Yeah. But no, well, it's not exactly 12 o'clock yet, but he's got him some lighting. What do we got? Some 2x4s, 10
I got 5/16 by 1.5 inches lag boat.
5/16 by 1.5 inch lag
boat.
Lag boats.
Yeah,
LAG, and getting ready to start mounting these boards down, because it won't be long. We're gonna have some tent up here on this thing. Now let's just look at this real quick while he's up there risking life and limb to entertain y'all. Here's some of the things he's done recently that I don't know. Did you get any video on any of this? I'm assuming you did. He got some. Several minutes, he says. And he's done a good job. Now, of course, naturally, this here is put in place to brace this up, to make it strong. And I'm shaking it, and there ain't no play in any of that stuff. But it's looking good. Right here. Won't be long, you'll have this old 2-post lift fully dried in, won't you, old Minute Man?
Yeah, we've had already had a bunch of cars on it.
He's already had some. Now, I originally said I was going to put the old Black Ranger on there, but as usual, I always have to take the last place. Thank you for helping me this morning. Some mornings I can talk okay, and others my mind just don't want to work. Then again, that could be all the time. Right in here.
On the left-hand side.
Yeah, he's wanting a swivel. He's wanting a swivel.
Should be a 1/4-inch swivel.
Yeah, I believe I found it right off the bat. 1/4-inch swivel.
Yeah.
It's right here. Should help you.
Them things that we got at Harbor Freight, them extensions right there.
Yeah.
Them knives right there to have to get up in these.
Oh, I can imagine. I'm glad that you got them.
Yeah. I've had them several months and ain't never.
I'm gonna see if I can get this.
Yeah, you just pitch it up to me.
I might could try to pitch it up to you, but I'm not. I didn't play baseball. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
See, I told you.
Yours over about 2 feet away from it there, but I'll lay this down where I can have 2 hands to pitch.
All right, this time we're gonna throw it up.
Yeah.
You ready? We're playing baseball. Finally, he's playing baseball with me after all these years.
All these years, I finally decided.
Look at her.
Play. Yeah, I was a minute man working on it.
He was a minute man.
Trying to feed y'all. Y'all.
I know. I'll never forget. There've been many times I was up at playing football, and I look up in the stands, and I wouldn't see his pretty face up there, but he was trying to make $1 for us. He worked hard, and still works hard. He's a good man. Well, I decided to scale up these old scaffolds and see if I can endure some of this heat. Look at there, I made it up without breaking my neck. I guess that's good.
Be careful, that old board right there. I don't trust that board. I want to hold my weight off of it.
Now he tells me. Well, let's get some more of these old 2x4s up here. There are going to be several more of them to be put up before it's said and done.
I don't think it's going to need 3 runs. What do you think?
Yeah, every once in a while you got to do a test to something to see if it's going to hold up. And as you can see, that's what we're doing to those scaffolds right now. Me and the old Minuteman getting up here and testing the strength of those scaffolds out. Well, maybe they'll hold up. Well, we're getting along with it. We got 3 of the boards up. And let me go ahead and tell you, it's not easy. Him and me, we're too big to be up there. And plus, it doesn't help that it's 177 degrees. But we're getting it done, as you can see. And there's old Minuteman in there resting. Well, so we're gonna put 3 more on over here on the other side, right?
2 more.
Huh?
1, 2, yeah, 3 more.
Yeah, 2 more. Well, 2 more.
Now we're going to put 3 because we're going to put 1 right there like we got up there in that tight place to get to it.
Oh yeah.
We have to use a swivel in
That's
there.
right. That's right.
I got this. I need to get me a marker, and you'll have a marker too.
Yeah.
That way, once we go back up there, we ain't got to be passing that marker back and forth.
That's right. So we're gonna put
Probably should have.
gonna put 1 more board here, and then of course 1 here and here.
Probably should have not pushed that all the way against the wall until we got that board up there. Because we're probably gonna need that higher step right there to stand on.
Well, who did that? Who pushed that board all?
I pushed it all the way over there. That's what I'm saying. See, we really ain't got no place to get.
Yeah, we need to move this scaffolding over.
Scaffolding back. We'll slide it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we messed around and got it over too far.
Well, that's why they call you the Minuteman, ain't it? Because you get.
Well, if I know.
And you like being in reverse.
But if you wanted to, we'll go ahead and put this board on while we're down here on the end.
Yeah, that's fine. It don't matter to me. It's all hard. Ain't none of it easy.
We had, you know what the center was anyway, right?
41 and a half.
41 and a half.
Yeah.
So we can put that one on and that one, then we scoot it back.
That'd work.
And I wanted to leave this thing there till I start putting my metal in. The scaffold. That way I can just start on that end, putting them on and coming this way.
Now, somebody's going to have to get up there on top of that metal.
Nobody's going to be on it.
Why not?
Because the metal, we just put it up. It ain't about that wide. Put it up a piece at a time.
Well, you got to screw it from the top.
Yeah, but you be standing on the scaffold and just reach over. You ain't got but about 18 inches to reach over.
Oh.
If we was doing 42 inch, we'd like to be on top. You couldn't reach across it and get it. So it's going to be a lot safer this way. working off the scaffold. It's a little aggravating, but too, if we had some real good boards that we had doubled up like we got that there, it feels a little bit steadier, don't it?
Well, yeah, it's helped, but
Yeah.
I'm being extra careful.
Yeah, because me and you both up there, that's about 500 pounds on it.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get off it, it's only 150.
Yeah.
Gotta have that cold air. That's the only thing that's keeping us up there, isn't it?
Yep.
You might not can hear the video, but we're not gonna pass out. Well, here's the update if you can hear me. We finally got these other boards up. Wasn't able to get 2 in this last one up here near the ridge like we wanted to, but I think we're gonna tie them boards together right there. I don't know if I even pointed at it. Right there. We're gonna get them we're gonna try to tie these boards together for the ridge. Man, it's mighty hot up there. Old Minute Man, he's trying to work me today. I don't know. I'm gonna have to move, it looks like. He said we was gonna start a YouTube channel, but I didn't know I was gonna do the work and all the filming and the editing and also anyway, I'm having a good time. I'm just kidding. But we're having a blast here. It's a good thing to be able to spend some time with your dad. We're just on the just past Sunday here, well, yesterday, matter of fact, it was Father's Day, and I have to say that not to brag about my own dad, but I'm so thankful for him. The Lord blessed me with a good family, raised me up decent. I ain't never had to sit in jail, and I'm thankful for it. And I don't mind doing this little work, what little bit of time the Lord's going to give us here on this earth, and what time I have here with Dad. So hope y'all enjoying these videos, and as he says, and I'll say it to you, if you like these videos, please press that like button, because all it does is helps us, and we like to get ourselves out there, and it won't be long. I know you hear us say it over and over again in these videos. We are going to be getting back on the F100s. We got that 76 project we started back early January. And we got the 69 that's coming down the pipe. If it's God's will, we will be getting that one back to its former glory. Even more than that. It'll be modernized. It won't be original. I drove that truck when I was a kid. Drove it for several years, and I tell you what, been many people trying to buy it. And the answer was always no, because I know Dad would never sell it. But looking back, I didn't think the truck was cool, but now it's definitely cool, and I think several others think so too. But again, if you like these videos, press like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, we would ask you to do that, because you'll get those notifications when we do release videos. And we do try. It doesn't happen all the time, and it won't happen all the time, but we do try to release a video every Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But anyway, you good folks, hope y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you in either in this video so with some more footage, or in a new video, which one ever happens here. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Thank you folks for watching this video, and if you like our content, please consider subscribing to our channel. And if you like this video, please press the like button. And also, if I'm not asking too much already, drop us a comment. We would love to hear from you. Until that next video, y'all have a blessed day.